Hello, my name is G Horton, and today I'll be explaining the inventory costing methods, in particular the moving average method. The moving average method is the holy grail of calculating stock prices, as it's a simple and easy method compared to the likes of the first in, first out and the last in, first out method. The moving average method calculates the cost of goods sold based on the average unit cost. It is commonly used by industries where the stock being accounted for is very similar, like in the agricultural industry. The cost of goods sold is dependent on two factors, the cost of goods available for sale and the number of units available for sale. To calculate the cost of goods sold, the average unit cost must be calculated first. This involves calculating the cost of all goods available for sale and dividing that figure by the number of units available for sale. To then calculate the cost of goods sold, the average unit cost is then multiplied by the number of goods sold. For example, if a farmer has 10 units of durum wheat at a cost of $4 a unit and 10 units of red wheat at a cost of $2 per unit, the average cost would then be calculated by adding the total price of all wheat together and dividing that number by the number of units he possesses, which would average out to $3 a unit. If the farmer then harvests 30 more units of durum wheat, which is still at $4 a unit, and then calculates the average unit cost again, the average unit price is increased to $3.60 a unit, as the addition of more expensive wheat brings the average price of all wheat on hand upwards. If the farmer then sells 20 units of all of his wheat, he would then calculate how much to sell it for by multiplying the average cost by the number of units sold. This would equal to $72 profit. The cost of goods only changes when there is an income of any stock, so in between arrivals, the stock will remain at the same price, even when it has been sold. Also, the moving average method sits in between the extremes of the first in, first out and the last in, first out methods, with the first in, first out resulting in the lowest cost of goods sold and the last in, first out method resulting in the highest cost of goods sold. When calculating the average unit cost, the result is always rounded to the nearest cent, whilst when calculating inventory sold or inventory on hand, the figures are always rounded to the nearest dollar. And that's the moving average costing method in a nutshell. Thanks for watching.